Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. Let's turn our attention now to cricket as two West Indians were in action in the Indian Premier League on Monday. Kyle Mears and Nicholas Pooran both failed with a bat for the Lucknow Super Giants. That's Ricardo Chambers' team. They're up against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Batting first, Royal Challengers made 126 for 9. In reply, the Super Giants scored 108 all out in 19.5 overs. Kyle Mears out for a duck, while Nicholas Pooran scored 9 as the Super Giants suffered defeat by 18 runs. Let's look at the highlights now.
This wonderful opening pair came out. That was the first ball that spun and bounced and raced somehow to the boundary. Never really got going, but it was still a confident start. Diving effort there, just getting away. Faf had a half a life. Boundaries were an absolute premium. This is the disaster for LSG Innings, who grabbed his quad, left the ground. Our thoughts are with him. We hope it's not as bad as it looked. Pandya took over as skipper. Faf had an early moment again here. Just managed to scrape his way home. The opening partnership, as I said, was worth 62. That was probably the shot of the day. The Virat Kohli cover drive. Then Bishnoi got the wrong one, sent it out wide and got past to get the first wicket. Rawat came out in the middle. He didn't last long. Myers took the catch. And again, the leg spinner continued to bowl beautifully. This time knocked over Maxwell. Wickets continue to fall at a rapid rate. DK came out with a couple of lusty blows. This was after a slight rain interruption. And then the mainstay, Faf du Plessis, was knocked over for 44. Good catch that by Pandya. And Naveen, wonderful, wonderful bowling effort. Picked up 3. Bowled with real pace and accuracy. That was the end of DK. Wonderful run out by Yash. And that's the 9th wicket to fall. In fact, that was the 8th. There's the 9th. Wasn't given out. Keeper was all over it. Pooran. It was a good call to go upstairs. Final ball at the innings. Hasaranga managed to get it to the boundary.
Well, the asking didn't seem that much, and you're wanting 127, but Mears getting out early was crucial, really was. You think about how they were going to go about things, and Kunal Pandya came out early inside the power play to take it on, and in the end just chipped one out of Kohli. He revved the crowd up and enjoyed himself. Hazelwood back from injury. It's a wicket early. Stoiner says, I'm going to have a chunk of you, and gets a major piece of it. And then a stumping. Huda had to go. It's big 6 and then this. Thought he'd do it again. Nicholas Pooran got a little excited and too excited. A couple of nice shots in between. But really, you just felt stuttering along here on the LSG. Up against the spinners, who started to have more of a say. And they tried to go over the top, and Stoinis, well, he missed out. And then Gautam, in terms of this running, not good in terms of technique. The tall fella didn't stretch enough. Well, catch, sure, tough, but RCB was so pumped in the field, and then the run out. It was all happening. Blades flying, run-outs, catches. There's a couple of strikes here and there for Naveen. Thought he was at the Crucible playing a bit of snooker. And a little tickle through and had to go to big Josh Hazelwood. And even Mistress said, look, I'll have a little flick and go. And the final one, caught by DK with the gloves on. All very comfortable, all out for 108 and 19.5.
Yeah. Summarised scores for this fixture. The Royal Challengers Bangalore 126 for 9. Lucknow Super Giants 108 all out. And that's the match summary of this Tata IPL match 43. Gujarat Titans still top of the table on 12 points. 3 teams at the moment on 10 points in second spot. with the Radisson Royals based on their net run rate, just marginally ahead of the Super Giants and the Super Kings. Well, the challengers Bangalore and Punjab Kings also have 10 points. So we have actually 5 teams on 10 points. So that's how close the point standings are at the moment in the Tata IPL. Mumbai Indians 8 points, Kolkata Knight Riders and the Sunrisers Hyderabad 6 points each, and the Delhi Capitals bottom of the table on 4 points. But we talk, Mariah, about the glorious uncertainty of cricket. On Friday, the Lucknow Super Giants 257 for 5 with the Aussie Mark Stoinis, and brutal innings from Nicholas Pooran and Kyle Mayers. Today 108 all out. It's like it's a different batting team.
Yeah, definitely look like a different batting team. And for me, I think it stresses the importance of our West Indian players in this Lucknow Super Giants setup, because when a Kyle Mayers, starts off, lands with that momentum, we get a contribution from Nicholas Pooran. Of course, the score is a bigger score, and I've noticed that because I've been observing them batten. Once they start with a bang, the Lucknow Super Giants end with a total. Not to say that I'm just attributing the entire loss to them, but it's always good when we get contributions from them. Today, they didn't get off, both of them. Of course, very, very unfortunate. But kudos must be given to RCB, because Lance, they also had a very poor total. I would say they had a poor all-round batting effort.
Well, that's the point. Chasing 127 for victory and coming off Friday's big score, 250 odd, you would have thought that the Super Giants would have been favourites to get to that total.
Correct.
And they didn't.
Yeah, and RCB now, they came on to bowl. And do you know that 11 of the overs today from RCB were dot balls? 11 out of 19.5 overs.
Yes.
And they were dot balls, which shows you how Lucknow Super Giants struggle with the bat. Of course, I do know that, this is just a one-off game, Lance. And of course, they're going to bounce back. They're the team that puts on one of the highest totals in the IPL. So for me, it's just a one-off game.
Yeah, and because the IPL is so long and the format allows for teams to start badly and then recover, I'm very, very intrigued about the points table that we just looked at, Mariah, because the top of the table looking really competitive. A couple of teams on 12 points and 5 teams on 10 points. And even the teams at the bottom of the table, based on the fact that we still have a lot of cricket left to be played in the IPL, there is still a chance for the teams that haven't started well to get their act together and challenge for the playoffs.
Yeah, I love that about the competition. Being very open and giving different teams the opportunities, because in some competitions, Lance, once you start bad, that's it, you're done.
Just 2 points separating first from sixth at the moment. Gujarat Titans on top on 12 points, but all of the teams, 5 of the teams below them on 10 points. The last of them, Punjab Kings, and the Mumbai Indians on 8 points, so they are at the moment in 7th position, but just 4 points off the lead. So that's 2 wins there, taking care of that.
Look at this, right? Royal Challengers Bangalore. They're in 10 points, but look at the net run rate, Lance. It's negative. That's just to tell you.
Well, they can fix that. They have Virat Kohli in their batting roster.
And then today they had Faf du Plessis getting off as well. So Virat and Faf can fix that.
They have work to do. Now, remember, coverage of the IPL continuing on SportsMax, and you can see action on Tuesday morning with the Gujarat Titans, Alzara Joseph and Udine Smith, the West Indians on their roster, facing Delhi Capitals with Rodman Powell. That match is at 10 o'clock Eastern Caribbean time, 9 o'clock in Jamaica on SportsMax.
Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.